What's up, guys? Winter Kills here, coming at you with a brand new community showcase video. It has been a while since the last one. I think I did that in March, I believe. And this time around, as opposed to last time where we looked at a fish extra link deck that took advantage of some fish cards, and like the fishborg stuff, some mermail cards, and some token generating water monsters, as well as a frog engine, and taking advantage, most importantly, of that deep sea king Coelacanth to just extra link super consistently. This time around, a deck from a man, an infamous man from our Discord, by the name of Larry Sama. You guys have probably seen him in several replays, or if you see the streams, watch it, you catch the streams live, you've seen him in chat. Infamous deck builder. He comes up with a lot of these crazy decks. I don't know if this was his original idea, but he's the only person I've ever played against who's played this build. And the most surprising thing about this synchro-oriented deck is that it is entirely TCG legal. No needle fiber, no nothing. Just all, like, you could buy this deck right now. I guess the other one was, but this one to me is a bit more impressive because of the ending feel. Now, maybe I'm just biased because back when I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Around 2014, I was really, like, as soon as I saw a Quasar deck, as soon as I saw what Shooting Quasar was, I remember when the card was $50, and I just couldn't pick up the card because it was too much, and didn't want to spend that much money on cards at the time. And like, the Doppel Junk sort of synchro deck has fascinated me ever since. But now we have sort of a new reincarnation of this deck, being able to end not only on a Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon, as well as a Cosmic Blazar Dragon on top of that, if that isn't enough. And I also have a TG version here, which plays slightly more cards, but would allow you to end on Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon or Cosmic Blazar, whichever you decide, as well as a TG Halberd Cannon, allowing to set up plays with the Halberd Cannon Assault mode and some of the new Assault mode stuff, so that if this dies, you can use this effect to target a TJ monster in your graveyard, except himself, and special summon it, and then you can revive this guy, who is completely devastating to deal with. So, we'll go back to the TCG build. As you can see, it's a 48 card build. There are some cards in here that could be cut. I don't think this is necessary, although playing a bunch of hand traps, as you can see, the triple Saravis to protect from targeting, which is really key for some of your plays to go through, and triple Ash Blossom on top of that, as well as the Infinite Impermanence and the Called by the Graves. But we'll go ahead and get into the deck list, and then we'll go into some replays and just basically show you guys how this deck works and how consistent it really is. So starting off with this 48 card build, 3 copies of Saravis the Ancient and Ascended. Basically a hand trap that you can discard to protect one of your monsters from targeting. A card I've been thinking about playing in Necroz since it is a ritual monster. 1 Galaxy Serpent, 1 Flamvel Guard, 3 copies of the Soul Eating Oviraptor, 2 copies of Rescue Ferret. You'll see how this card comes in clutch later on. 3 copies of Mathematician, 3 copies of Draconet, 2 copies of the Carbonetin, 2 copies of Blackwing Steam the Cloak, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Doppel Warrior, 2 Jet Synchron, 2 World Chalice Guard Dragon, 2 Glow Up Bulb, 1 Omni Dragon Brotor, 3 Fossil Dig, 3 Cynet Mining, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 World Legacy Succession, 3 Called by the Grave, 1 World Legacy Guard Dragon, 3 Infinite Impermanence, and 1 copy of TG Halberd Cannon Assault Mode, which I don't think, like I said, needs to be in here. So we could probably just drop that for now. I think that might have been put in here in X as opposed to the other build. But regardless, going into the extra deck, 1 LP the Guard Dragon, 1 Reprodocus, 1 Mrs. Radiant, 1 Saryuja, 1 Celestial Double Star Shaman, 1 Formula Synchron, 1 Assault Blackwing, Saya the Rain Hider, 1 Assault Synchron, 2 Assault Blackwing, Sohaya the Rainstorm. Then we have 2 copies of Ib the World Chalice Justiciar, 1 TG Hyper Librarian, 1 Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon, and 1 Cosmic Blazar Dragon. These guys are the stars of the show, hence why they are on the thumbnail of this video. So the end goal with this deck is to be able to end on both Blazar and Divine Dragon with tons of hand traps in hand, because the draw power you get from performing the normal combo is pretty nuts, and you'll see how that works out through the various replays I have for different versions of this deck. And here is the TG version. You can see it's pretty similar. Only difference here is playing a couple copies of Assault Beast, the Halberd Cannon Assault mode, a couple copies of Assault mode Activate, and then playing the Halberd Cannon in the extra deck as opposed to the Cosmic Blazar Dragon. So, also, one quick thing before I go into the replays, let me just point this out. Oviraptor, combo starter. Mathematician, combo starter. Draconet, combo starter. Fossil Dig, combo starter. Cynet Mining, combo starter. So many combo starters in this deck. It is absolutely unbelievable. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get into the first replay. Alright, so our first replay here, you can see this is the Larry Quasar Insanity deck versus what looks like to be a standard dinosaur deck. We'll go ahead and get started with the replay here, where he's going to start with the Draconet to summon that Galaxy Serpent from his hand right now to go into the Ib World Chalice Miko, which is going to search him a copy of World Chalice Guard Dragon or World Legacy Guard Dragon to revive the Serpent, going into Reprodocus, summoning the World Chalice Guard Dragon, making them both Earths to go into none other than Mrs. Radiant, summoning Alpi, sliding it over to get that effect to summon the Omni Dragon Brotor, targeting the Mrs. Radiant to add one Earth Beast monster, and summoning it off of a Saryuja, shuffling it back into the deck to summon one Glow Up Bulb, one Steam the Cloak, and one Dappa Warrior. These are basically, it's the fire, it's the fuel to the fire, I should say, is what's going to basically kick off this entire combo. Going into a Cell Synchron, Dappa Warrior activating, and so is Steam the Cloak, and summoning a couple tokens here, and a third token from the Steam the Cloak, sending that Gen Synchron, going into Hyper Librarian, now going into the Celestial Double Star Shaman, and we'll probably see a Hyper Librarian draw here as well. Now, Celestial Shaman says, when this card is Synchro Summon, you can special summon up to 4 level 2 non-tuner monsters from your hand and or graveyard in defense position, but they have their effects negated. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Synchro monsters. Pretty powerful card. It's a monster reborn on steroids when you summon it out. So using that effect there is Chainlink 3, summoning the Dappa Warrior here. That's all he's choosing to go for. Going for his first copy of the Assault Blackwing, Sohaya the Rainstorm. 2 more Dappa Warrior tokens here. Milling a Carbonetin off of that Glow Up Bulb, going into the other copy of Assault Blackwing, Sayo the Rain Hider. Going into that other copy of Sohaya now. Using Hyper Librarian, Sohaya's effect to reborn that other Blackwing Synchro. Steam the Cloak activating here, and synchroing the other Sohaya, the 2 Sohayas rather, and the other Blackwing into Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon, and drawing more cards here. As you can see, has so many cards in his hand right now. Has 7 cards in his hand, and we're not even done with the combo. Fossil Digging just for more extenders, summoning this out here. Resolving Jet Synchron, synchroing into Formula Synchron to draw a few more cards here. I believe there was a Chain Link that might have missed timing there, so he technically should have gotten another draw, and drawing into a bunch more cards, still having the Saravis here for protection, and a Set Infinite Impermanence with Cypher Divine Dragon, which says the first time each card you control would be destroyed each turn by battle or card effect, it does not destroy it, and once per turn during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can negate that effect if you destroy 1 card on the field. And then Blazar Dragon has a whole myriad of things that it can do. It says you can banish this card until the end phase to activate one of these quick effects. When your opponent activates a card or effect, negate that activation if you destroy that card. When your opponent would summon a monster or monsters, negate the summon if you do destroy that monster or monsters. And when your opponent's monster declares an attack, negate the attack, then end the battle phase. So it's basically pick and choose what you want with the Cypher Divine Dragon, or the Cosmic Blazar Dragon. Falling to a Kaiju, though, unfortunately. Pankratops going off, pitching the World Chalice Guard Dragon to protect it. Playing Lost World here, and going for the copy of the Interrupted Slumber. Of course, this will not die, because anything that would be destroyed for the first time is not destroyed. His board completely falling, still hasn't even used the Saravis or the Infinite Impermanence, and still ending on a really strong board. Next turn, our man's over here is going to get OTK'd. Now we'll go ahead and look at the next replay, which is going to showcase the TG variant of this deck. So looks like we're playing against Trickstar Danger Orchist, going into Ib to start off the play. Using that Carboneton, he sent off the Mathematician. As I said, that was a play starter. You see that activating here. We'll see a Ghost Spell in Haunted Mansion, stopping the effect of the World Chalice Guard Dragon, or World Legacy Guard Dragon, but Monster Reborn says otherwise. Sliding that LP over, for the Omni Dragon Brotar for none other than the Rescue Ferret, and basically the combo here is going to ensue. We know Orcust is a deck that can pop off very, very easily, just needing 2 monsters on the board to go into any Nightmare, to go into Mermaid, to start off that whole combo sequence. But will it be enough to play through the epic board that we are currently assembling? Now, keep in mind, this is a long, lengthy combo, but I really love long, lengthy synchro combos. There's just something about them that is pretty satisfying to watch. Now, using Saryuja, Doppel Warrior, and Hyper Librarian, going to draw into more cards here. Using that Glow Up Bulb, going into the Rain Hider Synchro here. Conveniently enough, a level 2. Be able to go into that with a Glow Up Bulb, and the Tuner Synchroing here again, using an effect to revive. And we'll see our first level 12 here, I believe. Yep, going into Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon. And having a copy of Assault Mode activate here. This is the important thing to remember. With so many draws you get in this deck, like per turn, you're seeing the amount of draws he's getting is insane off of the Hyper Librarian, as well as Formula Synchrons and stuff. So drawing so many cards. Having double Assault Mode activate with a Halberd Cannon, which you'll see coming very clutch here in just a moment. Starting off with Candina, Assault Mode activate going off to bring out none other than the TG Halberd Cannon Assault Mode that says when your opponent would summon a monster quick effect, you can negate the summon. If you do, banish that monster and all special summon monsters your opponent controls. When this card on the field is destroyed, you can target 1 TG Halberd Cannon in your graveyard, special summon it, ignoring its summoning condition. So when this dies, you can revive out the Halberd Cannon. When the Halberd Cannon dies, you can revive out the Halberd Cannon Assault Mode. A bit of a vicious cycle there. Very hard for someone to deal with if they don't have the Call by the Grave. The Light Stage locking down the back row. Lilybell attacking directly here. Nightmare Phoenix coming down. He's just going to say no to that and just banish it till the end phase. And flip up World Legacy Succession. Going for the Hyper Librarian. We're going to see a Fog Blade on the Halberd Cannon, but we're going to swing in with lots of damage. And hey, guess what? That's enough for game because this Cypher Divine Dragon is at 4,300 attack points. So a bit of an easy win there for this deck. We'll go into the next replay. So this version, again, the TG version showcasing basically the same combo that exists in both variants. This is just really cool because you can sort of see that interaction, reviving the Halberd Cannon, etc., and then constantly sort of looping the Assault Mode Halberd Cannon with the Synchro Halberd Cannon. And yeah, standard plays here. We're going to see the Rescue Ferret get searched off the Brotar. Going into Saryuja, we don't even care about the draw effect. We're just special summoning this Rescue Ferret so we can resolve the effect to get none other than Blackwing Steam the Cloak, Glow Up Bulb, and the Doppel Warrior, summoning all those extremely powerful graveyard effect monsters out to our field for pretty much free. Just shuffling that Rescue Ferret back in the deck. We opened 2 copies of Assault Mode Activate already, so this whole play is pretty much guaranteed. Now, our opponent having a copy of Evenly Matched, which could prove to be trouble at the end of the day, but in my opinion, in this build, I think it would be better to play a copy of Cosmic Blazar Dragon along with the Halberd Cannon, simply because Blazar Dragon has the opportunity to negate sort of any card effect, or even Quasar would almost be a better alternative, I feel, than Cypher Divine Dragon. But as we saw with that first replay, having both Cypher Divine Dragon and Cosmic Blazar still putting together for a very difficult to deal with board, and something I feel that is very, very worth going into if you're not going to run the Assault Mode build with the Halberd Cannon. So having the Assault Mode activate set, going for the Corobane, opting not to use the Evenly Match, which is rather strange. I don't know what this man is into here. Taking a bit of a risk. Halberd Assault Mode comes down now, going in for Galatea. He's just going to banish that. Evenly Match comes down. He has to keep one, but he gets to keep the Halberd Cannon Assault Mode. And then we'll see him go into the combo again because he had the Oviraptor, or the Mathematician rather, to send a Carbonetin to get Ib to grab basically Monster Reborn for free. And our opponent still has to deal with this reoccurring field wipe right there, and there's literally nothing he can do about it. Solemn Warning is not going to do a whole lot for him there. And this deck taking the match pretty easily. So yeah, that's it for those replays. That's all the replays I got to show you guys. I know it's a pretty long, drawn-out combo, but as you can see, the combo in both decks, pretty much the same to get to that end result of those 2 level 12 synchros. Now, like I said, you could play either build. I personally prefer this build. The only change I might make would maybe even changing the Cypher Dragon for a Quasar Dragon. But honestly, I think having the diversity, both having Cypher and Blazar, is really, really strong. Or maybe you want to mix it up and go the TG route to have sort of that loop option, as you can see how powerful the Halberd Cannon was in that match against the Orcus deck. It's just a very, very hard card for a lot of decks to deal with. So, yeah, that's it for this community showcase video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll probably be doing these more in the future. Anytime I see a deck out there that's just really outlandish and interesting to me, as opposed, you know, in this case, this double level 12 synchro deck that is completely TCG legal, no needle fiber required, using all of these insane combo starters, and extremely consistent. I'm going to be getting some more replays of this deck on the channel, and probably a top replays and highlights video. That video may or may not already be up, so just be on the lookout for that, the 4th rendition of it. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Join the Discord. This is where Larry has posted that deck list. If you want to see, if you want to ask questions, feel free to ask them, or maybe just tune into a live stream once and you might see this deck being played against me in some way, shape, or form. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Join Discord, follow me on Twitch, etc., etc. Check out Imperium Duelist, all that good stuff. As always, guys, Winterkill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.